credit the jocks with a stolen base. And so it goes for every fantasy team, night after night, game after game. Whichever team winds up leading its league in the most categories wins the season.
1.8 ERA, 3 wins with a 1.15.
The owners scour every box score and constantly work the phones to make trades.
We're nuts. Absolutely. There's no question about it. I think you just have to have a love for the game.
Normally responsible adults have been known to skip work, dodge family reunions, even postpone their own weddings so they can keep track of their teams.
And these budding Steinbrenners aren't any more patient than the real thing.
Somebody a couple years ago just said to flat out retire so they could take me off the list and then get somebody else that would help their team.
Fantasy baseball is becoming a fantastic business. Books advise winning strategies. Computer services calculate how your team is doing.
You play rotisserie for a few years and you'll know the shoe size of these guys.
In fact, you'll know just about everything, except maybe how to discipline the manager. Even a real owner doesn't know how to do that. Jackie Judd, ABC News, New York.
That's the news and the sports. I'm Peter Jennings. Good night.
I don't think I've ever heard people as optimistic about having a Triple Crown winner as real experts are this year about easy going. Still got to go out and win the Derby.
Kill him. Smash our dozing Western enemy.
Kill him.
They're Germans.
Kill him. The final chapter starting Sunday.
Watch Morning News weekdays, 6 a.m.
The Pennsylvania Lottery.
Good evening. It's time for the live lottery drawings for Tuesday, May 2nd, 1989. First, the daily number. Draw the first digit, please. 5, the second digit. 0, and the third digit. 2. Now let's play Big 4. Tonight's lottery security officials are Mel Littles and Darrell Lee Hugh, and our witness is Mary Sprout. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Now draw the first digit, please. 3, the second digit. 5, the third digit. 7, and the fourth digit. 7. And now, Wild Card Lotto. We'll draw 6 winning numbers and a wild card number. Lottery drawings are audited by Boyer & Ritter, certified public accountants. Now select the lotto numbers, please. 19, 24, 43, 28, 26, 11, and the wild card number is 37. Again, the daily number is 502. The Big 4 number, 3577. The lotto numbers 19, 24, 43, 28, 26, 11, and 37.
Remember when every song on the radio was your favorite? Now, Philadelphia's only oldie station on FM. WOGL, Oldies 98.
There's only one place you can see a shark this close, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. The National Aquarium in Baltimore.
This is Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants. A marketing director from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bob Braverman. An assistant professor, originally from Oakland, California, Mary Beth Coe. And our returning champion, an analyst from Lakeside, California, Bruce Cox, whose two-day cash winnings total $26,650. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, John. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, folks, and welcome to another half hour of Answers and Questions. Well, as you heard a moment ago, $26,650, an impressive total for our returning champion as he defends today for only the second time. Mary Beth and Bob, you're the newcomers. Welcome aboard. Have some fun, enjoy yourselves, and try to win a lot of money also. Let's go to work. Put the board in motion and play this first round in which there'll be that one daily double in one of these categories. 1986, British trivia, hats, Brooklyn, bridges, and finally rated PG. And those two letters of the alphabet in quotation marks, and that means they will appear prominently in all of the correct responses. Bruce, you go first.
Thank you. 1986 for 100.
The answer is, on February 16th, the Philippine National Assembly declared him the winner of the presidential election? Bruce.
Luis Marcos.
Right.
1986 for 200.
Answer. Henry Ford II fired him in 1978, and Donald Hodel fired him in 1986. Bob.
Louis Iacocca.
You are correct.
Brooklyn for 100, please.
First clue there. Peggy Ann Garner received a special Oscar for her work in this 1945 film based on a book by Betty Smith. Bruce.
What is it? Tree grows in Brooklyn.
That's right.
1986 for 300.
Answer. An unmanned Soviet spacecraft came within 5,600 miles of the icy core of this heavenly body. Bruce.
What is Saturn?
No. Anyone else? Mary Beth?
What is Mars?
No. The icy core of Halley's Comet. Bruce, back to you.
1986 for 400.
Alice Walker novel that topped paperback bestseller list at the same time the film topped box office charts. Bruce.
What is the color purple?
You're back on the plus side.
1986 for 500.
In a television ad, this late actor said, "Now that I'm gone, I tell you, don't smoke." Bruce?
Who is Yul Brynner?
That's right. And we're having problems with our audio right now, so I'm going to take our first commercial break. We'll try and repair the difficulties because it's making it a bit difficult for you, Bruce. We can't hear you too well. So we'll come back and chat with the players right after this and repairs.
When the gas gauge says empty, and so does your wallet, pay with Mac instead of cash. When the new cashier doesn't recognize you as the store's most loyal customer, use Mac in place of a check. And for all those things you just can't live without, but could live without the hassle, try Mac instead of credit cards. It's a whole new way to pay.
Mac, the new color of money.
My brother says it's hip to be square, and Elio's pizza's square, really. And you break it up, and you stick it in the toaster thing, and tons of cheese goes blub, blub, blub. And the best part about Elio's is my brother has to make it for me, which is very convenient.
Elio's Pizza from McCain. Easier, cheesier, crispier.
And square.
Astronomers tell us there won't be a total eclipse in America until the year 2017. They are very much mistaken. This is the year of the eclipse. Introducing the Eclipse by Mitsubishi. Try not to stare.
It's Siemens one-day sleep and eat sale tomorrow with savings for day and night. Sleep easy and save on sofa beds, all styles drastically reduced. Save on day beds and the finest names in bedding. Plus, tomorrow, get Sealy Posture Royal and King Coil Deluxe bedding for just $88 each piece in twin size. All dining rooms are sale priced. Save on dinettes, too. All styles reduced, including this 5-piece dinette featuring chairs in a variety of colors. That's Siemens Sleep and Eat sale tomorrow.
Tell me the program sound was being recorded properly, but our difficulties were in the PA system here in the studio. We think we've got it fixed. Now let's spend a few moments talking to our contestants. Bob Braverman from Philadelphia, marketing director for a hospital pharmacy company, and also a young man who enjoys harmless but funny practical jokes. Now give me an example of a harmless but funny practical joke.
Well, a couple of friends of mine and I, affectionately called RLPB, put a friend of ours inadvertently on the local news.
What's RLPB?
Stands for Rape, Loot, Pillage, and Burn.
Oh, I see. You and Attila the Hun.
Pretty much.
You got a friend on television inadvertently? How did that happen?
Well, one of the weathermen does the weather outside, and we noticed that there's a sign that was always in the camera shot. So we thought, wouldn't it be funny if we took our friend's picture from the yearbook, blew it up, and plastered it right on the sign. And the next day, when the weatherman was outside doing the weather, sure enough, there it was. And
Good for you.
the entire Delaware Valley area saw it.
All right, well, you're right. Those are funny but harmless practical jokes, and I'm in favor of those, too.
Yeah.
Nice having you here.
Thank you.
Mary Beth Culp, originally from Oakland, California, assistant professor, where and in what subject?
At Marymount College in Rancho Palos Verdes and English.
English. And you spent a summer at Princeton University on a grant. What kind of grant was that?
It was a NEH Summer Fellowship. That's the National Endowment for the Humanities. And they awarded it to various professors around the country to study for 8 weeks at various institutions.
Studying what, comparative literature?
Comparative literature, yes, in my case, but they offer them in a variety of subjects.
Okay. Nice having you here. Bruce Cox is our champion, and he has a small cheering section in the audience today. I assume, again today, they've been with you in the past, your mom and?
My wife, Annette.
Do you have any children?
No, I have a niece, or I have 2 nieces now, and 5 nephews.
2 nieces and 5 nephews. All right, well, I'm sure they're all very proud of your performance so far, and you are in control of the board, so let's go back to work. Bruce, make a selection.
Rated PG for 100.
The first clue is the only presidential birthplace that fits the category is this small southern town. Bruce.
What is Plains, Georgia?
That's the PG.
Rated PG for 200.
Answer. Television actor who appeared in The Winds of War between stints as a leader of the Impossible Missions Force. Bob.
Who is Peter Graves?
Yes.
PG for 300.
The most famous one in baseball history was probably Don Larson's in the 1956 World Series. Bruce.
What is a perfect game?
Correct.
PG for 400.
The answer there is an Audio Daily Double. Only one in the round. And you've got 1,200. How much?
800.
For $800 and even 2,000 if you are correct. Let me give you the clue first. Artist heard here singing his 1986 #1 hit. Listen to him.
I wanna be
Bruce?
Who is Peter Gabriel?
That's the PG. Peter Gabriel. Right you are. Go again.
PG for 500.
Hollywood glamour girl who married actors Charlie Chaplin and Burgess Meredith and author Eric Maria Remarque. Mary Beth.
Who is Paulette Goddard?
You are right. You're on the plus side.
I would like British trivia for 100, please.
King Richard II is credited with this invention, which is something to sneeze at. Mary Beth?
What is the handkerchief?
Right.
I'd like British trivia for 2, please.
The son of a director of a sausage-making company, he married a princess in 1973. Who is Captain Mark Phillips? He married Princess Anne. Mary Beth, back to you.
Let's stick with British trivia for 3, please.
He's the British equivalent of Santa Claus. Bob.
Who is St. Nicholas?
No. Mary Beth or Bruce? They know him better as Father Christmas. Mary Beth remembered, but just a fraction of a second too late. Select again, though.
British trivia for 4, please.
After losing the American Revolution, General Cornwallis became Governor General of this Asian country. Bruce.
What is India?
Right.
British trivia for 500.
The governor of a harbor town was called a port reeve, and the governor of a county, this. Counties were shires, therefore he was called a shire reeve. Later on, sheriff. Bruce, back to you.
Brooklyn for 200.
Answer. Scott Baio, Dom DeLuise, Joan Rivers, Brian Robbins, Phil Silvers, and Sandy Koufax. Bruce.
Who were all born in Brooklyn?
Right.
Brooklyn for 300.
Pardon me. It's slang for a Frankfurter from this Brooklyn site where millions have been sold. Bob.
What is a Coney Island hot dog?
Right.
Brooklyn for 400.
Answer. Show whose theme included, but Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. Bob.
What is Patty Duke show?
Yeah.
Brooklyn for 5.
It's what folks in Brooklyn were dodging that gave the Brooklyn baseball team its nickname. Bruce.
What is a trolley?
That's right.
Bridges for 100.
Answer. In the Middle Ages, these retractable types were all the rage at castles with moats. Bob.
What are drawbridges?
Right.
Bridges for 200.
Term for the distance between adjacent supports of a bridge. Mary Beth.
What is a span?
Yes, and we've got a minute to go.
I'd like bridges for 3, please.
This river is crossed by the Bendorf Bridge near Koblenz and by the Zoll Bridge at Köln, or Cologne. Mary Beth?
What is the Rhine?
Correct.
Bridges for 4, please.
Answer. Opened in 1879, the Chicago and Alton Railroad Bridge over the Missouri was the first bridge made entirely of this. Bruce?
What is steel?
Yes.
Bridges for 500.
This South American country has a waterfall system 3,212 feet high and a bridge 2,336 feet long. Bruce.
What is Venezuela?
Yes.
Hats for 500.
Used as a sunshade in the jungle, a topee is a helmet made out of this plant material. Bruce.
What is pith?
Yes.
Hats for 400.
From